Yes, people. It's your boy Shazad. We're back again right here on Fergie Time on the finished article. And as this says, it's the post match analysis for Young Boys versus Manchester United. And as it shows at the bottom, United didn't do too well in this game. They lost 2-1 to Young Boys. As you can see, I'm shaking my head. This should have been one of those easy wins for United, like I've said. And they lost. It's just one of those things that happens in football. You never know who's going to win, but there are some talking points in this game. So I'm just going to bring this up. As you can see, the score was 2-1 in Group F, match day 1. Ronaldo scoring again on his debut in the Champions League for Man United, or his re-debut. He gained himself off the mark. That's 3 goals in 2 games since he's returned home to Manchester United. Then we had the equaliser for Nagamalu. I can't even remember if I pronounced that right. The equaliser came obviously after Wan-Bissaka seeing red. Now, I want to talk about this a little bit because I saw this tackle and I thought, it is a bad tackle, but it didn't warrant a straight red card. I think maybe like a yellow card or maybe even a warning because it was right at the start of the game. Maybe a yellow as a harsh one, but red straight, I don't think it was that bad of a tackle. The player continued, he carried on. It didn't really hurt him. It wasn't intentional. He didn't intentionally go in to hurt him. He was actually going for the ball. So I don't believe this was a red card. The referee got it wrong. VAR didn't overturn the referee's decision, which I think again was wrong. If you watch that back, that wasn't a red card tackle. No one should really have been given that as a red card. But that's my take on it. And just so you're aware, I know I'm on my own today. My co-host Shazad is away. He's dealing with some personal issues today, so he hasn't been on any of the shows today. So I wish him well. Hope he's back with us tomorrow. But he's just going through a few things at the moment, so he needed a day off for himself, which is fair. Sometimes you need that time off for yourself, and Shaz has had that. He's having some time off for himself. But Shaz will be happy with this next one. Van der Beek actually started this game. I think it's his first start this season for United. I don't think he started. He's played games, like he's come on 10, 15 minutes here and there, but he's not started a game until this game. I don't know. I mean, he didn't do too bad. I think he played well. He had not a quiet game, but he had a decent game. And I think he should be playing over Matic and even Fred. I mean, I know Fred played today, and Fred didn't have that bad of a game. He was in the right places at the right time. I don't think he made too many. I don't think he made too many bad decisions in this game like he did against Wolves. So he did all right. But as I said earlier, Ronaldo scored. He scored again. So that's 3 goals in 2 games. So 1 today against Young Boys and 2 against Newcastle in his Premier League re-debut versus Newcastle. Now, the talking point of this game was the 94th minute. So there was 5 minutes added on. It looked like United had comfortably got away with a point today, which I think they needed to start the group off with at least a point or a win. But then your boy Jesse Lingard decided to pass back to the goalkeeper and didn't see one of the Young Boys players, and he completely mishit. I don't think he mishit it. He just didn't put enough power on it to get to De Gea. One of their players picked it up in front of De Gea and sweetly pocketed it into the back of the net. Player, as you can see, his name's there. 95th minute even says, but it was 94th. Theosan Siabachu. It was a good finish. It was a really good finish from him. But yeah, I mean, United shouldn't have been conceding that goal. Jesse Lingard shouldn't have passed that backwards. He should have maybe held on to the ball, tried to move forward. It was a 1-1 situation with about a minute left in the game, less than a minute. I think it was like 30 seconds. He should have kept hold of the ball, tried to keep possession moving forward, and keep young boys away from taking shots at that point, because at this point we were with 10 men and they were all over us. They were taking shots left, right, and centre after United got that red card. I thought we did well to keep it at 1-1 all the way till the 94th minute, and I thought United deserved a point here. But Lingard did, he did what he thought was right. He was passing back to the keeper, but I just think he should have had more. He should have had a look up to see which players were around to pass it to, because I think there were other options open for him. Maybe he could have kicked the ball out for a throw in on that side, or just booted the ball upfield into midfield and kept the ball away from the net. Maybe that would have been a better decision. I don't know. I just felt like Lingard didn't do nothing with the ball there. He could, instead of passing back to the goalkeeper, maybe he should have moved that forward. Should have passed that ball forward. But it is what it is. These type of things happen in football. Players make errors, but there's no excuses for it. Like I've said before, like I said again about Fred, I'm going to say it again for Lingard. Playing for Man United at the highest level, you shouldn't be making these type of mistakes. This is why these type of players aren't starting regularly for United. This is why Lingard doesn't start for United, because he is error prone. He does make errors. And the same with Fred. I mean, but Fred starts, and I don't understand that, because I think Solskjaer just has a thing for him. I think he's just one of Solskjaer's favourite players, which is why he plays him. But I feel as though we should be starting Van der Beek and McTominay, and not in a double pivot. Have Pogba and Van der Beek play a bit further forward and have McTominay play back, because McTominay plays box to box. And I know he's injured at the moment, so that's why he's not featuring, but he's the box to box type of player. He can tackle, he can intercept, he can break play up, which we need in the team. But he can also get the ball forward, and he can take shots, he can make passes. He's got good vision. He's got a good pass as well. So I just feel as though he's a better all-round player than Fred. But that's my take on it. I mean, if there's people watching, let us know. Let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know your thoughts on that situation with Lingard, and what he could have done differently in that situation to maybe not concede that goal in the the dying seconds of the game, because now United went away with 0 points instead of 1 point, or even 3 points, which I believe, if we had 10 men, we would have won that game at 1-0. We lost a man, but if we didn't, I think we would have pushed for a second, and maybe just did similar to what we did against Newcastle and score goals after goal after goal. I just think that Lingard made a mistake, and it wasn't needed at that point, passing back to the goalkeeper with one of their players there, or I think there was more than just one of their players there. So he should have had a proper look before passing back to De Gea. De Gea did try and get to the ball, but he was beaten to it by the pace of the other player. And the other player was closer to the ball. De Gea was never going to beat him to it. And that's what I find just weird about it. But yeah, as it shows, what minute was it? The 35th minute, Aaron Wan-Bissaka got his red card. And as I said, that wasn't a red card at all to me. I don't feel he deserved a red card for that tackle. I think it was his first tackle, and the first time the referee, the first foul that Wan-Bissaka made in the game. And I don't think it warranted a red card. Maybe, like I said, a yellow or a warning, and then a yellow one in his next one. But straight red for the first tackle like that in the game was a bit harsh. And even referees are being told not to be as harsh on players, and I think that was harsh. And VAR should have really overturned that. Excuse me. VAR should have really overturned that decision and kept Fred on the pitch. But it wasn't Man United's night. It was just one of those nights, United deserved a point, maybe 3. But it is what it is. Things like this happen. Yeah, what else can you expect? What else can you do? You know, it's just one of those things that happens. So I just feel that was it really about the game. But as always, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. Subscribe to the channel over here on YouTube, and please over on Twitch follow us. We've got the channel going over there. We've got one show live over there once a week on a Monday fight night, and we'll be bringing more shows over there. At the bottom of the screen right now is the official Facebook and Twitter of the channel. And also you should be able to see mine shortly. There it is in the bottom left-hand corner. So you can get to that. If you do need to reach out to me or Shaz, you can get us on the official Facebook and Twitter, or you can get me on my Twitter, and I'll be happy to respond to any messages or any tweets that people do tag me in or anything. But as I said, Shaz isn't here today, so this was just going to be a short little video or the post-match analysis on Man United and Young Boys. So I do appreciate everyone tuning in. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in today. But for now, that is a too sweet.